I just saw Wake Up Dead Man, the newest Knives Out movie, and here are my thoughts. This is written and directed by Rian Johnson, who I genuinely think is one of the best filmmakers working today. He's a very divisive guy, sure. He directed the highest rated episode of television ever, Ozymandias, but also the lowest rated episode of Breaking Bad, On the Fly. But I love The Last Jedi, but I'll leave it at that. I love the first Knives Out also. Great murder mystery. The second one is also very divisive, but I actually liked it. So let's get into my thoughts on Wake Up Dead Man. Spoilers ahead, and I will give my rating at the end. So this stars Daniel Craig, Josh O'Connor, who really is the main actor of this movie, along with Kaylee Spaney, Andrew Scott, Mila Kunis, Jeremy Renner, THC, Brolin, Glenn Close, and more. I'm not listing every name, but before my big critique, I'm going to give it some praise. Rian Johnson, that's the praise. This thing is shot beautifully. Knew it from the first 5 minutes. The cinematography is gorgeous. There's a shot of Judd, who's Josh O'Connor's character, talking to Thomas Hayden Church in the garage, framed way far back, the camera is very far away, and it slowly zooms in without a cut. The whole film is very grainy, and it's my favorite type of shot. I'm always happy when I see it. That's my kind of filmmaking. But let's get into my main gripe. It's a murder mystery. You want the audience to be able to track clues, study characters, build suspicion. In the first Knives Out movie, it's Chris Evans, but I didn't predict that. Second movie, Edward Norton, and both films we get to know the suspects as characters. And Wake Up Dead Man follows similar structures, where Benoit Blanc teams up with one of the suspects who becomes the emotional anchor of the film. First it was Ana de Armas, then Janelle Monáe, now Josh O'Connor. And yeah, Josh O'Connor is the star, as I said. He doesn't deserve a Best Actor nomination, but he was still fantastic. Let's get into my gripe already, a minute in. Here's the problem. We barely get to know the suspects at all, which completely kills the fun of piecing things together. When the reveal hits and they say it was Jeremy Renner, I'm like, who is this character? He maybe had 2 lines. Glenn Close too, barely had anything to work with. But she had the most to work with out of all the side characters, so looking back it was pretty obvious that it was her. I'm not one to watch a movie and go oh, who did it? I just want to watch the movie. But you still have to have something like that. Kerry Washington's a great, beautiful actress, very compelling character, but she was a MacGuffin for her son. She maybe had 2 lines. Andrew Scott, phenomenal, one of the best working actors today, does absolutely nothing here. Kaylee Spaney, 1 line. Jeffrey Wright, criminally underused. Josh Brolin was great though. Dude's having a run this year. Running Man, Weapons, now this. This movie is 2.5 hours, but it felt like 90 minutes in all the worst ways possible. A lot happens, but doesn't feel like a lot happens because the ensemble doesn't get space to breathe. Even with that gripe though, still love this film. Definitely going to rewatch it soon now that it's on Netflix. So Knives Out 3, Wake Up Dead Man. It's an 8 out of 10 for me. I've been handing out a lot of 8s this year, but I loved all of them, this one included. Comment your thoughts. Peace out. Wait, one more thing I want to mention before you guys leave is I'm actually going to be doing an award show on this channel, the Top Stars, and I'm going to announce the nominees soon, but just watch out for that in the next few weeks. It's going to be a ton of fun. I'm going to have some crazy categories, so that'll be fun. But I will say from this movie, it only is nominated for 1 award, and that is cinematography. Peace out.